For the past 3 years, I feel like media has done its best to make this thing between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark to be something more than what it is, a competitive rivalry. And we've seen that heel turn this past week. There's been millions of videos and millions of think pieces behind the take foul that occurred last week when Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese and Angel Reese responded in a certain way. I don't think that Caitlin Clark had any ill intent, and I don't think that Angel Reese was wrong for how she responded. However, I do want to place the blame on the media for culminating this event where now you have probably one party who genuinely dislikes the other person. I don't want to compare the two to Michael Jackson and Prince, but just think about the silent rivalry. There was this unwritten law of like you can't like both artists. You have to like either or. Never seen Michael and Prince work together. We never seen them really speak positively about each other. We never saw the fan bases intermingling. We're now seeing the same with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. The part that the media plays and not only drawing these fan bases against each other, but benefiting and profiting off of this rivalry between two women. Now, we know that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark has been two of the most pivotal figures in the expansion of women's basketball branding in the past 3 years. We have one budding superstar that no one really saw coming, and she just skyrocketed and just defied the odds and broke so many records and stats and things like that, and then going on to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft. And we have another one who was very good and was also polarizing, someone who was very outspoken, and on top of that, she was a black woman. We know how media feels in the sense of black women being outspoken and black women having a voice, and then we have media, drawing a wedge in between, like, well, you can't like both, you have to like either or, and then you have the culmination of just continuously pitting them against each other. Who's going to be drafted high, who is going to make it to the Final Four, who's going to make it to the national championship, and now every time they play against each other in WNBA, there's a storyline. There should not be a rivalry because the two players are two different players. Let's say a Damian Lillard to a Draymond Green, because Damian Lillard and Draymond Green play two different styles of basketball. What Damian Lillard does, Draymond Green cannot do, and what Draymond Green does, Damian Lillard does not do. However, they are both still huge NBA superstars. One is a 4-time NBA champion, one is one of the greatest shooters of all time, and they're still very pivotal and very important to the brand of basketball. However, they are not two of the same players, so we won't see that rivalry. However, with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, we'll continue to see this wedge of like who's better and what this rivalry means. And I think, and I'm not the spokesperson for Angel Reese, but when you're constantly pitting two people against each other and you continue to hear this noise of like, oh, this person's better than you, or this person's doing more for the game than you, when you are both the faces of this rebranding of women's basketball all across the world, I'm sure that can kind of get to you. At this point, I'm fed up. Y'all continue to portray me as this evil person. Now I'm going to play into that, and I'm going to be this bad person.